Senator Merkley.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman and Administrator Jackson. I know you're familiar with the Bull Run Reservoir, which is a remote basin in the Cascade Mountains surrounded by old growth that humans are not allowed to have access to, and is the principal water source for the Portland metro region. And you all have worked with us to establish a monitoring regime for Cryptosporidium. That data has been now compiled under that monitoring regime, and the city will be seeking a variance to establish the appropriate circumstances based on that data and this pristine water source. I believe EPA has now delegated to the state of Oregon responsibility for enforcing that part of the Clean Water Act, and so I believe the city will be applying to the state. And so if the state approves a variance, will the EPA, does that kind of settle the question, or does the EPA then consider the possibility of appealing it or overturning it?
Senator, thanks for your strong interest in protecting that watershed. Still haven't seen it. And my commitment to you is that EPA will work to support the state, to work closely with the state on the variance determination and help them in looking if there are any conditions. We'll work with them. We don't expect that we would be working in opposition to them.
Thank you. And on your next trip to the Northwest, I continue to extend the chance to see that extraordinary green infrastructure firsthand, if you will. And then turning to chromium-6, the EPA standard current standard of 100 parts per billion is quite different than the California standard at 6 parts per billion and a proposed California standard of 0.02 parts per billion. There's a 5,000 times difference between current EPA and proposed California. Do you have any sense where EPA's guidance will end up in this spectrum?
Yeah, it would be irresponsible of me, Senator, to guess a number at this point. As you heard, there are a number of required by law, by the Safe Drinking Water Act analyses that we do, and we certainly have to look at cost and feasibility and the particular impact on a smaller system in terms of public health. So it's too soon for me to tell.
And any insights on that, Doctor?
I think we need to see what the science is telling us, and as Administrator Jackson has mentioned, that it's currently out for peer review, their large assessment of the health effects and actual risk assessment. And I think when that is completed and the peer review is completed on that, EPA will be able to move forward in some decision making.
Thank you, and I appreciate the rigorous scientific process that you're going through to try to reach a decision that is correct for the health of citizens in our nation. We do have a real interest in Oregon because one of the tests that were in your earlier sampling across the nation was from Oregon that found some hexavalent chromium, and so folks are kind of in rapt attention and interested in dialogue on what is healthy and appropriate. Thank you.